What is good, Amilivenow clones? Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? It is I, Amilivenow. You feel me? If you guys don't know about me, I am a person that is a mental health awareness advocate. If you're just starting your day, welcome in, welcome in. You know, if you're eating breakfast, hope you get that nutrition. Or if you're not eating breakfast and you're just trying to get toxins out your body and you fasting, shout out to you. Or if you're a person that's just, you feel me, on your way to work or leaving work, or you're just trying to get some game while you're on a break, shout out to you. Or if you're a person that can't go to sleep and you're just trying to get some game, shout out to you too. You feel me? So when you see this, what day you see this, what year you see this, what month you see this, what era you see this, what eon you see this, all that I'm hoping for is that you are on your way to finding peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Enlightenment. That's what we preach about, talk about. Most of our message is about all the time. Enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Becoming self-aware to the fullest extent. And if you be here, you gon' be able to obtain that. I know I did this one time, so I just kept doing this. All right, so let me stop. Today's topic is about, is it really hard? Like, is it really hard, bro? Like, really, is it really hard? Shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let me take a step back a little bit. Let me stop. Nah, but like, yeah, let's peep about it. Like, is it really hard, or is it like, do you make it hard? You ever ask yourself that? You ever ask yourself, like, why do I always complain? You ever ask yourself, why do I always have anxiety? You ever ask yourself, why do I always feel sad? Do you ever ask yourself, why do I always say sorry? Do you ever ask yourself, why do I feel bad? Do you ever ask yourself, is it just my turn? All these aspects deal with hard. I think a lot of times us as individuals and human beings, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we make it hard. We make it hard for ourselves. There's ways, there's routes, and there's even signs from the Creator that tries to make it not as hard. But, you know, some people, you know, even I did have to take the hard way, have to learn the hard way. Unfortunately, this is most of the masses of this Gaia. It's not fond, okay? It's not always lean towards as the first route, but learn the hard way, it happens. But you don't have to learn the hard way. You don't have to learn the hard way. You never really have to learn the hard way. So is it really hard? Or do you make it hard? Well, let's talk about it. I think a lot of times we make a lot of situations harder than it's supposed to be. We make a lot of situations more not dealable. Like, if you can't control, then don't really try to control. But if you can control your controllables, then, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Like, I talk about not stressing your uncontrollables and trying to grasp or comprehend your controllables. When it comes to this aspect of life, it gives you a brief idea of, you know, friction. Because anything that hard or is hard, it deals with a lot of friction back and forth. Ways to look at this is to understand that the hard is how you perceive it. What that hard may vary or dwell, it all depends on the aspect. So if it's hard for you to wake up in the morning, then maybe you should go to sleep earlier. and you'll be able to wake up in the morning. That's just an example of how you may be doing it to yourself, how I said earlier. Another example, if you are wanting to learn the guitar, maybe instead of practicing for 1 hour every week, you start practicing for at least 1 hour every day, right? That's another aspect. Say you want to be able to have your driver's license. Instead of playing GTA on the fucking PS5, PS4, how about you just take a driver's ed class and get a license? You see what I'm saying? Just simple instances of these examples just goes to show how even in a minuscule example, there's grave and there's bigger examples that correlate to us making our lives harder than what it really is. So is it really hard, or do we make it hard? For example, some people can't sit still for long periods of time due to their what is it called when you are due to their diagnosis of having a certain type of diagnostic examined. They'll say, yeah, this person has so and so, so he can't sit still. Well, you know how you're letting that ideology become who you are, when even though you are in a way a part of that diagnostic, you don't have to make your whole character about that. So essentially, if you learn different habits that can help you sit still, then you'll be able to sit still. Simple as that. You know, like my mom and dad are not the smartest individual, but I'm not saying I do have it, but I used to get a lot of complaints back in second grade that I was always tapping my desk with my pencils. I love to play the drums. I don't know if I had ADHD or if I don't have it. I never got diagnosed it, so I wouldn't know. But those instances show symptoms of ADHD, not sitting still, not be able to focus. That deals with a little bit of ADHD, but I'm not saying I have it because I'm able to focus pretty much very good. But that's the thing. When I was a kid, I was always so sporadic. I was always tapping pencils on the desk, like until I got to fourth grade or some shit. But throughout that year, I actually stopped because I started thinking about how that probably could be affecting other people, other kids learning. Like since a little kid, I was super considerate. Like since a little kid, I've been considerate as a nigga. It's wild to have that type of trait as a kid. Like kids don't be caring about shit. But yeah, I was hella considerate towards others, and I always be like, okay, yeah, all right, I stopped doing this. Oh, my mom hella got complaining about that shit. They called my mom up and shit. I was like, all right, I stopped doing it. So it wasn't hard. It felt like it was hard, but it wasn't really hard. You know, I love playing the drums. So I was always making drums. I was always tapping and shit. But essentially it was not really beneficial. And it was hard to at one point even do it. Right? At one point it was hard to do it. Like hard to stop doing it. Like it was hard to stop doing it at one point, but at other perspectives, that's how I know I have like dual thinking, like two different types of thinking. Probably like now I've obtained way too many types of thinking nowadays, but I still know nothing. Irony, right? You see how irony works? That's just irony. But yeah, around that time I had dual types of two ways of thinking, and I was like, okay, yeah, I might be wanting to play drums, making beats, but I gotta stop because these kids can't learn. As a kid, I'm saying shit like this, though, mind you. So it was okay. Is it really hard? It's not hard to stop. So I stopped. I felt like it was hard to stop, but it wasn't. So I stopped. And, you know, I was able to continue that year and keep moving forward. You know, kids are learning faster and easier, and they're not distracted by me tapping things, and it was okay. That's why it's not really hard. We make it hard. It's never hard. Ways to help you with your hard, before I end this video, just real quick, building good habits, finding your purpose, figuring out what is going to obtain good habits, and finding your purpose, right? The third one has two different subjectives, right? And understanding yourself. Feel me? Go back 3, 4, 15 seconds and you can watch what I just said. I'm in the future, baby. I'm not going back in the past. Honestly, I just can't remember what I said. But good thing I recorded it. So now you can just go back and see what I just said. You feel me? That's why I love technology. I don't gotta repeat myself because I don't know what I said. So look, it's in my lap now. You feel me? It's in my lap now. And I'm out. Oh shit, hold up. You feel me? So boy.